All right, so we live. I could share the link so people could tune in. But so what I want to really quick talk about the world, peace, love, greatness to all of you. We're in some interesting times right now, and that's what I'm talking about. So one of the biggest things about Ferguson, if you're tuned into social media, if you're tuned into anything social media related or media related, you'll see Ferguson, the trial on Mike Brown's case. And at the core of it, Mike Brown's a human being that was, killed by another human being. And it's definitely a tragedy when anyone is taken out or killed by another person. And the roles in this game was the cop, Mike Brown, the melanated boy. The melanated person, he was assassinated. And he was taken down. And definitely was severe. Definitely should not have went down that way. People are saying, the police force needs to be retrained. Stop going for kill shot on melanated people and tasing other people. But basically, I feel like really at the root of it, at the core of it, time and time again, this system may show you it's going to fail you. If you're in a system that's failing you, what do you want to do to change it? If you want to change it, start taking the necessary steps to change it. A lot of times people talk. A lot of times people get riled up. And if you want to talk and get riled up, then go ahead and do it. But if you want to actually make some change, start taking those steps. If you want to create some laws, if you want to call the president, call the senator, call somebody, start the rally, start something, start a movement, put in that work to make the real change. And that's the place where I'm coming from. If you're a person that really seeks change and really thinks something should happen, you have to be that change. You have to make something happen. And team up with somebody else that wants something to happen. Start with one, start with two. It only takes a small group to make something happen. Now, let me see. Video manager. So basically, I'm going live just to talk to y'all, real quick. This is on me. It's on my heart. Think something should happen. Oh, pump live feed. See, I'm gonna go on Facebook real quick and share this. Tune in live. Ferguson chat. I know you can see I'm surrounded in artwork. So if you're passionate in something, you should be surrounded by it. And most likely, it should stem from your heart. It's like this, you're passionate about it, get all the facts, see who you have to call, start a browser, start a group, work smart. A lot of people said, don't shop for Black Friday, which is, I guess it was okay in a sense, but really you got to think smart. If the system is failing you, what are you going to do to change it? At the end of the day, you really got to, that's wise, satisfy your spirit. You got to dig deep and say, okay, who am I? What do I want to change? What's happening in my world right now? And what do I want to do? What do I want to see? What outcome do I want? And when you have to be silent, because silence is very key right now. When you're silent, you listen to those answers, what you should be doing, who you should be connecting to, your next step, your next move. You know, a lot of people are acting out of rage, anger, hate, hurt, frustration, and sometimes you might regret if you're acting in that mindset. You really have to hone in and focus on who you are and start making that change that you want to see. Because at the end of the day, I keep saying this, bottom line, you have to get to the bottom line. What do you want out of life? You want to live in a world that's fair, equal, and just. Create that world. You know, in regards to the Ferguson case, some people see that that's not the world that's not the world they're living in. And if that's not the world you're living in, don't take a victim mentality. Do not become a victim. You are safe. You are loved. You can create. You are God. I'm God. We're all gods. You can create the world you want to live in. You just have to do it. You can make laws, change laws, hire, fire. No one's indestructible. We all are creators. We're all co-creating. You know, 90% of the time you're in the driver's seat. And the other 10% is free will, free, and it's other people, you know, moving about. So you really got to come up with a plan with what you want to do. Manifesto, you know, a blueprint, a guideline. Become a divine architect of your life. You know, don't let the media, don't let the social media control you and sway you and move you every 7 days. Because if you see the news feeds, every few days it's a new story. You know, it's something else coming up. It was the Ice Bucket Challenge. Then it was something else. It's Jordan. Now it's Ferguson. And they're playing it up. Certain stories get played up to pull certain emotions out of you and control you to do certain things. So don't be controlled. You know, don't get swayed so easy. Stand back. Look at the bigger picture. Stand back and look at the painting. See what's going on, you know? Because there's some things at work, but you can become at work too. And speaking from my experience, you know, I do a lot of video work, film work, photography. And as you can see over my shoulder, you know, I'm going in with the paintings, you know, telling stories with the words and the ideas that come to me. You know, I'm creating, telling stories. And see that. The key thing is you have to dig deep into your heart, your own heart. Who are you? What's your passion? Become your own best friend. Know what you like, know what you love, know what you hate. And that's really the best way to move about in this three-dimensional world. You know, because once you start picking up on what's really going on and how things are shown to the public, how things pop up, how things happen, because we can easily talk about inner city, gang violence, drugs, projects, all those things are happening. They're happening. People maybe get murdered. It's happening, and the news may not pick up on it, but it's still happening. If you're not going to have a rally, a riot every time somebody gets shot, then what's the point? If you're not going to stand up for every incident, everything that happens, you might as well sit down. Because in some areas, something happens every night. Every day something's happening. If you want to change that community, if you want to change that infrastructure, if you want to change that system, you're going to have to think about it and see which direction you're going to come from. Because I know some people might feel lost. They don't know where to start. But a good place to start is with yourself. Build yourself up. Then spread to the community. You know, yes, parents need help. Children need help. The system needs help. Institutions need help. Schools, everything needs help. If that's what you believe. If everything needs help, you know, start with yourself and then slowly see where you can help out. You know, I know for a fact, as individuals, the more we work on ourselves, the more a global shift comes into effect. Just like that. As each individual works on ourselves, as each individual says yes to themselves, don't put nothing else off that you really want to do. Don't put it off. Say yes to yourself, work on yourself, love yourself, into the patterns, don't fall into the cycles. Well, I'm 20, this man, I'm 30, get old, 40, 50. I should be married, having kids. No, do not fall into any programs or set paradigms, set ways of thinking. Break free, bust loose from it. Ferguson it's another wake-up call. And guess what? Wake-up calls are going to keep happening. History is going to keep repeating itself. If you're in a system that's failing you, it's going to keep failing you until you just can't get failed no more, until you fed up with it. That's how I feel right now. I have a painting. I'm actually painting a new series. 7 pieces in the series, and it's to do with the human collective consciousness. We're all interconnected. We're all co-creating, and the colors of life. That's what my artwork represents. That collective consciousness. And peace and love to you. You are loved. You're strong. You're beautiful. You're divine people. Do not get caught up in the hype. Do not get caught up. But if you want to talk, let me know. If you got questions, leave them on the bottom. I posted a video a couple weeks ago about Harry Simone. Some people got mad. So I'm mad. I'm unsubscribing. Peace out to you. Peace and love to you. A lot of us have different opinions, different mindsets, which is good because not too many people are going to think alike. Even if they do, there'll still be different differences, which is where we can all learn from each other. We're all here learning from each other. So try not to get mad or upset. It's just the way I think. The way I think may be a little bit different from you, But yeah. Check me out, phenomenalmark.com. Love all of you. Stay strong. You are a king, you're a queen, you're a God.